Almost a year after the massacre, those who lost loved ones are trying to find ways of moving forward with their lives.
I have felt pain every single day, several times a day, sometimes excruciating. A social worker had come to the house and had bent down at my knee and put her hand on my leg and really sincerely said, "I know how you're feeling because I lost my son." And she said, "And I'm here to tell you that the pain will never get better. You will never feel any better than you're feeling right now." And this was, I think, less than a week. Maybe a week after Jesse had died. Stop right there. Stop right there. My journey is going to be my own. I made a decision. This is going to be what I make it. My journey. My journey. That's yours. That's yours. My journey. I'm not going to make it that. And that was really, it was interesting because my journey. Yours. That's yours. My journey. My journey. Yours. That's yours.
When death looms, gloom infuse my plume. Recoup by regrouping, these loop-de-loops keep me drooping. Forever stuck in a rut, no wait. I'm great, I'll break the cycles without stooping so low. Those blows ricochet off me, see? I'm not just surviving, I'm thriving. Meaning you'll see all of me. To live my because dreams. The carnage we've learned to manage does damage. I can't now to make things better. And work if everybody did their part in this. Storm this weather. It's not perspective. Anything together. They've got what their if they're own. Not interested? Interest. Just don't claim that's you fine. Give a shit. Maybe you should look up the word hypocrite. Be real with the decisions they don't see the lives that they dismiss. Oh, right. You're above all consequence. The tragedies still have not released their hold on me. To keep breathing, I'll share my vision of a true society. Been imprisoned in loop-de-loops of social groups, the gossip, the uninspiring, no judgments go with. And when tragedy exists, you do your best. Being free without fear. That's definitely worship to me. Suffering at the hands of others needlessly may just not exist. Am I delirious? Person in this world who's had now ready to let it out. American to say 3 strikes you're out. I have my down. 3 strikes you're out. Ready to get Let's rowdy. Get this crowd. There's no God that's got it figured out. Whoever you shout to the sky. Oh wait, there is. Start to look inside. Every religion talks of this. Reciprocity. They claim to care. But when action's needed, they're not there. Can you, as an individual, do more? Can we, meaning to or more, keep pounding on that demanding that voices get heard?
I needed to get the message out that this really happened.
But Rob and Barbara were unprepared for the public reaction to their appearance on the ABC network's Katie Couric chat show.
I started scrolling through the comments, and the best way I can describe how I felt as I read these comments of people who had the luxury of hiding behind their computer screens was I felt like I was being
American male. We were taught during college that it's good. Binge drinking is fun. Have fun. I want to make everyone fun. I want to make everyone kind of the party guy. I want to make everyone.
Once I resort to thwart these distortions, my retort will repair all these fractions. Abstraction of all the shit others gave me that causes a chain reaction, so outmaneuver, outwit. Care about myself, self-care, self-love, self-doubt. All part of one dismantled heart. Call those outrageous, outlandish, and yes, those fuckers planned demand, outreach, they're out of bounds. Who's with me now? When I sound the alarm, let's disarm those who take advantage. Their lust of an image they've created so far from the truth. Don't be baited. The way they learn to manage real damage. Daily interactions, disgusting the way they act. A chance to change their ways. Instead, they go the other way. They're a play to hurt needlessly. I don't see any need for these phonies. That's the start of a violence inside of me. I'll give you more details as the shit unfurls. These bombs I'll hurl. PTSD are just a reaction to what happens in our society. Interestingly, the family is the source of so many misacts. The fact it doesn't take much creativity to blame your parents for anything. Honestly, actions of empathy. Not words, you're lying to me. That image you want to be. Stop complaining to me. Actions, accountability. Don't have to suffer to have resiliency. I want a society that thrives on honesty, integrity, character, all words that have meaning to me. And what about you? How do you self-assess? You must first have consciousness. My mind's a mess, and why I will not rest. One voice, not presented with any choices anymore. I'm done with guts and gore. To the world I now implore. The sky's the limit to how crazy we can all be when we close our eyes. Say nothing, or worse.
I'm not waiting anymore.
I'm done
Don't
with
give
guts
into the
and
violence
gore.
like before.
What I just learned from me and see what I
You rehearse the hypocrisy you can hide easily.
You know, there's no
In
guarantee.
fact, this happened to me countlessly. And
part
now,
of
because I
life,
don't
right.
give no shits or call it zero
It's all
fucks.
right.
When you had enough, you scream, I've had enough.
You have these conversations that you don't ever imagine having with your own child. I asked him, I just said, Stevie, is everything okay? You know, you doing all right there, bud? And he looks up at me and he goes, you know, it's a good thing you're not dead, right, Mom? And I said, well, what do you mean, honey? And he said, well, the bad man who came to my school, he goes, it's a good thing he didn't get you. And I said, you're right, honey. It's a good thing he didn't get me. But he's dead now, and he can't hurt anybody else. And he said, well, I'm in first grade at Sandy Hook School now. Is it my turn to die? I said, no, baby. It's not your turn to die. You know, nobody is coming again to do what that man did. You're safe, and you're safe at school, and you're safe at home, and you'll be okay.
I've seen it all, been affected sexually, physically, and emotionally, see where my insistence for change comes from a deranged place with
Philosophy
no name.
tells me you can't treat others like a means to an end. Religions give you the definition of a true friend.
What do you
Don't
think
pretend.
happens to a person repeatedly
Never
oppressed?
rest.
These nightmares corrupt daily and nightly. Make noise to help others, and then you'll truly see
Isn't
what
it
drives
obvious
me.
as the world
Well,
continues?
hypocrisy
Add to our
collective suffering with individuals' actions, behaviors, and thoughts. And since we're a global economy, meaning people can be sold and bought, why can't we see how those who value no one, except the ones in their own family, whether they deserve to be treated with equality,
There's no guarantee.
on what they do? So they lie and change the narrative.
How can anyone expect to live?
Some people take,
Oh,
they
wait.
forget to give. So they lie and change the narrative.
Once they
lower who you are in their minds, they can do whatever they want. Use tyranny, use greed,
love of
and a
money,
mental illness
my
that's
privacy,
plagued
everything to me.
Events I could never foresee.
Suicide will never take me.
This disorder will never
Break
I have
me.
no choice.
Emotionality,
I just wanna be me.
comes in gallons.
These talons keep me stuck in a rut. Nope, not giving up. Break just because
me.
I'm that unique brand of,
Burn,
which
don't
means I'll
burn,
burn,
which means I'll burn.
and to give in to the
You
sickness.
must and do it rightly.
Join the fight. Who's with me?
It
really is as easy as 1, 2, 3. The carnage we want to manage does damage, ill belief, just so they can continue to scheme. Contribute nothing, they take too much, including our sympathies with the lies they construct. This is not a cry against success, it's just the way some process it. Do you do it with justice? Do you really have to think about opportunistic crime? If so, this means you cross the line. Easily dismissible, those victims. That's what you find. I could keep going, but instead I'll hush. I don't want to rush the story of deliverance. The only thing that defines me now, given suicide visits me all the time, truth can blindside, and because I've already lost my mind. No, next time. Do it lost my mind. Thrice love of life. I made it automatic in my mind. I won't resign. I've been called a higher power. A continual hope for us all. The questions I'll implore you to think about. We get the chance to make an amazing life. Can we kick them out? The ones that add to
And you
other
must know
strife?
what boundaries you will never cross.
Now let my love bombs Can we shun them with their own words? Like I said, I don't live in your
It'll
world.
be a blur
when they hit
to
the
guide
world,
you. You will be lost in this world
without
a
compass.
The people that hurt anyone. So
Stay
build
true.
your strength with me.
I get
it's
it.
really hard to do.
Words of
For
denial.
me, it started
who
like a
can't
child.
wrap their mind around the impossible.
That's why those
Those
who
who
do
do
it,
it, I want to elevate.
I want to applaud
show
those.
It. But if you got some style
The past
and grace,
can be erased.
How?
Well,
With love, obviously. And that means starting with you. Well, you must know who you are deeply, intimately, passionately.
Actions that destroy one another. And even if you didn't
That's
intend
not
it,
an okay excuse.
you stop
And if
before
you
don't.
act. Well,
You care about
the
your
way
character.
others see you as.
It's your responsibility to stop them. They're protesting about the right to vote and the way they're treated in your state. So that's your problem, your responsibility, and it's on your watch.
Mr. President, I disagree. We have a certain way things are done. It's the way it is. It's the way the people want it to stay.
George, why are you doing this? Your whole career's been working for the poor. Why are you off on this black thing?
Because you can't never satisfy them. First is the front seat of the bus. Next is take over the parks. Then it's the public schools. Then it's voting. Then it's jobs. Then it's distribution of wealth without work.
You agree they got the right to vote, don't you?
Well, there's no quarrel with that. I know that. That's a law. I know that. That's a law.
Then why don't you just let them vote?
But I don't have that power. It belongs to the county registrar.
Now, don't shit me about who runs Alabama. You trying to shit me, George Wallace? You trying to fuck over your president?
Mr. President.
We shouldn't even be thinking about 1965. We should be thinking about 1985. You and I will be both dead and gone by then. 1985, what do you want looking back? You want people remembering you saying, wait, or I can't, or it's too hard?
Well, I don't right care what they think. You shouldn't either.
I'll be damned if I'm gonna let history put me in the same place as the likes of you.
Keep pounding on that door. Maybe you should hide in your house, because I want to get out. In ways that stays a mystery, because, you see, all they need is time. People to move on to different things for their crimes, to be forgotten. Time. To the ones suffering from PTSD, an altering of a life that they could not see, happening too quickly, not allowing for a transition, being able to make predictions, being able to dip your toe in. Because that wasn't given to me, I see now how tragedy stuck in a rut of our own doing, because in my opinion, we don't fight rough enough. And we've not even begun to discuss rough enough. You want to put your pants on?
Who cares as long as you don't hurt
others? Give me my armor,
Moves
please.
me rhythmically down deep dark streets.
You want to end suffering? Let's
First
do
step.
it.
Don't do the things that you wouldn't want done to you.
This is new. When things feel most unclean, you begin at the origination never seen before.
Or more.
In origin. So I lay my scene.
I'm not a historian.
Prepare my dreams. Perhaps you'll have a better understanding of what I've seen and been through. It's the least one could do. A truly empathetic society will rule. And if we're not there yet, go back to school.
Feeds on prejudice and hatred.
My journey. That's yours. That's yours. My journey.
Everybody uses this term closure. Well, that's bull. There's a hole that will never be filled. The last thing they think about before they go to sleep at there's a hole that will never be filled. That will never be filled. Never be filled.
And now I'm losing myself in a disorder of my mind. That's why rhythmically I have to find. God damn it. Thoughts. I can't get out. Some sense my words are lost. My words are lost. Not gonna get it this time. Not gonna get it this time. Keep pounding on that.